Warner Animation Group has dropped our very first trailer for Scoob, the upcoming CG animated Scooby-Doo film set to launch a prospective Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe. We of course got a few first looks the other day via Fandango, who released some still images of this trailer, and I've already given my initial thoughts on that in a separate video, which you can find linked at the end of this one if you want to check that one out. I was fairly happy with those first looks, but I gotta say, seeing it all in motion, I'm really impressed by what I'm seeing. The style of the animation being utilized here I think is actually quite nice. There's definitely a real simplicity to it. It almost looks a bit claymation-like to me, maybe kind of scaled back animation that Illumination Entertainment might utilize. I know a lot of people are gonna take issue to this, but I think it actually really works well for this particular project. The characters overall retain that incredibly cartoony look, which I definitely think suits this. The original Scooby-Doo series were always known for utilizing limited animation. Again, it was that really pared back, simplistic Saturday morning cartoon style, and I think that's kind of why they're going with this simplistic style for this movie here. It's something that respectfully lives up to those original series, instead of deciding to go all out with the animation and make it completely realistic, like maybe something from Disney. The tone of this I'm really loving as well. It keeps that exciting, humorous action-adventure vibe that we all know and love from Scooby-Doo. Not all of the jokes land for me, but I think that's a hallmark of the Scooby cartoons. A lot of the jokes are corny, cheesy, but we love them nonetheless. There's a lot of really nice throwbacks to those original series as well. This haunted house looks very reminiscent of something that we might have found in Scooby-Doo Where Are You? Characters have been given a bit of a modern edge, though I feel they're still quite respectful to the original iterations of the characters. There's been a lot of talk over Fred's lack of ascot over the last few days, and while it does look a little bit odd at first to see him without that, we have seen him without it in series in the past, and I think it's definitely important just to keep these characters looking a touch fresh and maybe again a little bit modernized. One of the biggest controversies over this film so far has been the fact that they decided to cast A-list actors in these voice roles instead of bringing back the respective cast from the series, but you know what? After seeing this trailer, I'm actually liking what I hear. Of course, it is a bit weird hearing anyone other than Frank Welker voicing Fred, but Zac Efron's voice I think feels a little bit more age appropriate. You can definitely hear that age in Frank Welker's voice these days, and again I think using someone with a younger voice for this fresh iteration of this universe is the best thing they could have done. Likewise, it's very strange hearing Shaggy voiced by someone other than Matthew Lillard at this point, and it's a bit annoying that he didn't get to return, but I do have to say, I don't mind what Will Forte is doing, and again, his voice is reminiscent of the character while putting a fresh new spin on it. My only major gripe here is the amount of dialogue that Scooby is given, but again, I'm completely open to this new interpretation and we all just need to kind of accept it for what it is and ease into it. I love how this trailer is already grounding us in this Hanna-Barbera world. Mark Wahlberg will be voicing the Blue Falcon in the film, and the trailer gives us some nods to this. In the flashback portions, we see Shaggy dressed as Blue Falcon and Scooby dressed as his faithful sidekick Dynamite. And then later in the trailer, the two of them are abducted onto the Blue Falcon ship, the Falcon Fury. We've also been given a new synopsis, which sheds a bit more light on the film's story, even more so than what we're actually given in the trailer itself. It reads, "The first full-length animated Scooby-Doo adventure for the big screen is the never-before-told stories of Scooby-Doo's origins and the greatest mystery in the career of Mystery Inc. Scoob reveals how lifelong friends Scooby and Shaggy first met and how they joined with young detectives Fred, Velma and Daphne to form the famous Mystery Inc. Now with hundreds of cases solved and adventures shared, Scooby and the gang face their biggest, most challenging mystery ever, a plot to unleash the ghost dog Cerberus upon the world. As they race to stop this global dog apocalypse, the gang discovers that Scooby has a secret legacy and an epic destiny greater than anyone imagined. Overall, I'm quite happy with the sound of this. It really does sound like a whole lot of fun. It sounds like a traditional Scooby story, but also sounds like they're taking a lot of big risks with this that maybe they haven't done so in the franchise before, and I'm really looking forward to diving deep into this. But what about you guys out there? I want to know, how are you feeling about this one? Are you loving it? Are you totally against it? Fire away in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Also, don't forget, if you are a big Scooby-Doo fan like myself, you might want to check out my Cartoon Evolution episode, which focuses on Scooby and the gang and their history over the last 50 years. I'll be leaving that one linked at the end of the video. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos and you'd like to see more like it in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen, as well as that like button down below for that little extra support. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.